Sorry, I think we are actually a little bit late starting this. That's due to apparently my power went off at some point today, which I was told about, but I didn't think it actually affected upstairs. I thought it just like affected our TV and stuff, but it turns out my PS4 had to reset itself. So yeah, that took time that I thought I'd have to set up the live stream. Anyway, that happens sometimes. But anyway, last time we started the Turf Wars DLC, we probably will finish it this time. Also, there's the Spider Armor Mark 1, which I really like. That's one of my favorite things in the entire DLC. Anyway, I'm going to go message out this. Please enjoy Spidey's social media account while I do so. Okay, I'm back, and we're going to go through, basically do all the side stuff during this, because, well, something, okay, I'm actually curious about what the heck is with that purple glow over here. Nope, just an interesting little building. I thought it was actually...
I should get to Hudson Yards. I don't know what Hammerhead's got planned, but the dude's got a steel plate for a brain. Can't be good.
Oh, and good. The, looks like everything's working out fine with the whole chat situation, so that's good.
Available unit. Mazia suspected in a vehicle collision in the area.
I wish it'd give you the option to cancel that, but...
Gotta move quick and quiet. Got it. Free patrolling, but I do have notes.
One down, many more to go.
Okay. And you're...
Sensors back online. Oh, now that is a photobomb. Oh, don't miss the photobomb. Reminder, y'all, I'll be doing an AMA later tonight, so get your questions ready.
Okay, go on. Now you quickly be distracted by that sound behind you. Wait for that. Go.
When there was only one set of footprints, that's when I webbed you up.
Thank you for conveniently being in the exact right place for that.
Look at Spidey go! Persistent little bugger, aren't you? Oh, look at that! A photobomb! Better get over there!
Hey, look, a distraction. Oh, that should... Oh, no, that's not fair. That should have totally counted. Is there anyone else? I mean, I can try to lure this dude in, but I think the photobomb will probably be over by the time I do. Come on, last just a little bit longer so that
Hey, Nemo! You missed the... Wow, you suck, Spidey!
That really shouldn't have... Like, that's one of those annoying times when it feels like that felt more like the game kind of cheated me there. Because that guy was in the photobomb range, so I guess I just got him at like a pixel off.
If they see me, the hostage is dead. Got it. Nap time.
One down, many more to go.
Hello.
Oh, and now that is a photobomb. Ha ha ha! Sensors back online. Oh, look at that! A photobomb. Better get over there.
Another sensor down.
Come on, just step a few more feet.
Sleep it off.
Reminder, y'all, I'll be doing an AMA later tonight, so get your questions ready. Yes! Oh, look at that! A photobomb. Better get over there. Persistent little bugger, aren't you?
And yoink!
Look at Spidey go! Photobomb! Don't miss it!
Literally didn't see that coming.
There, camera's back. Don't do it again! Photobomb! Don't
Oh, I'm
miss it!
totally gonna do it again right now.
Blinded it.
You're just
Oh, come on!
Are you?
Like, I feel like sometimes it intentionally gravitates to the area where that is, but... Like, and the weird thing is, I think part of it is I am rushing a bit faster than I normally would, because these are not as based on speed as Taskmasters are, they're more based on...
Gotta move quick and quiet.
Oh, this is tense. Will Spider-Man get caught? Will the hostage survive? Fans are dying to know.
Yoink!
Aw, now that is a photobomb.
Sweet dream.
Ha ha ha! Sensors back online. Photobomb! Don't miss it. Hey, those sensors are expensive.
You know, one thing I do question about this is how exactly does this work?
Reminder, y'all.
Like,
I'll be
how
on
exactly does she
later
clear the
tonight, so get your
sensors
phone
off when they're physically covered in webs?
down. Oh, hey, Rastapasta757. Thanks for the follow. Photobomb! Don't miss it.
And yoink!
Look at Spidey go. Photobomb! Don't miss it.
Got it.
There, camera's back. Don't do it again.
Hey, look, a distraction. Come on, like 5 feet to your forward.
Maybe not.
Sparky Malarkey 43 says, "Are those real guns?" Keep watching, Sparky, and we'll find out. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater.
Yeah, says the chick who somehow has managed to avoid, like, getting taken off the internet. Totally should count, because I'm hitting it dead on, but
Yeehaw! My sensor's back, you cheating little troll.
whatever. And yoink!
Best photobomb ever.
Let's quickly get out of that.
Oh, look at that! A photobomb. Better get over there.
Okay, first off, let's deal with you, because you're going to...
Not fair. Stop it.
Okay, so I gotta get one of these guys over here. And, hey look, a distraction!
Aw, nice! Look at you making me look good. Oh, don't miss the photobomb.
Another sensor down.
Problem is, there's not really anyone near it unless I lure him out.
I'll check it out. Hold on.
Yoink! Hey, trooper! Okay, who's left? This guy. And good news, the chat's working this week.
Ignoring now.
That's the most upvotes I've ever seen.
Okay, so that one's taken care of. Yeah, that they're going to be doing a bunch of Fantastic Four stuff, which is really cool because the due to the whole Fox, was it Fox? I think it was Fox, owning the Fantastic Four movie rights, Marvel decided to kind of be a jerk and screw over the comic versions a lot, and the comic version of the X-Men. Everyone remember when they tried to turn the Inhumans into the new X-Men and no one cared? Okay, actually a lot of people cared, just no one really wanted it to be the case. Yeah. But now that apparently Disney, and by extension Marvel, owns Fox, they... Ooh.
Today, on Just the Facts, with J. Jonah Jameson, the Mafia are turning the streets of Manhattan into a gang war. Why, you ask? Because nobody listened to me when they had the chance. If we just cleaned up the city, returned to our collective senses, and run Spider-Man out of town, not necessarily in that order, then a psychopathic crime boss wouldn't be wrecking New York in some misguided pursuit of that same goal. Look, Hammerhead's impulse to take us back to a simpler time before any of us had heard of web shooters isn't wrong. But his methods are obscene. Attacking the police, terrifying citizens, the man gives simpler times a bad name. Like this infernal sodium-free beverage I'm being forced by the medical establishment to drink for my health gives soda a bad name. And meanwhile, where's our city's so-called savior, Spider-Man, in all this? I need to lay down.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan. And she was one of the few diversity heroes they pushed that a lot of people seem to be gravitating towards. And her and Miles is the ones I hear a lot. But I think the thing is they're actually from the sound of it, they're actually legitimately good characters rather than just... That's the thing Marvel does not necessarily seem to get. It's that they need to if they want characters to be popular, they have to be they have to be
I made
good
it to the
characters.
business in Harlem marked on the map I saw in the bar with no name. Looks like a body shop.
Ah, yes. Nothing sketchy has ever happened at a Magia-owned body shop. See if you can dig up anything on Hammerhead's plans.
My thoughts exactly. I'll let you know what I find. It'll be easier to look around if I take these guys out.
You know anything about this Project Olympus? Shut it, man! We don't talk about that stuff on the clock.
Calvetti says it's occult stuff. Trying to raise the dead or something?
Oh, come on! No way! That ain't the way Sable runs things.
I love the mook chatter.
Wild how much Boss changed things already. It's like a whole new business.
Tell me about it.
Nothing like a healthy dose of fear to inspire respect.
Well, this is just the beginning. Boss has got plans. Big plans.
Sign me up, brother. Who used to run this joint? Silvermane? Machio?
Silverman, yeah. He processed and cleaned cars that ran hits through here.
Clean? Like
scrubbing for prints.
Okay, I didn't imagine that.
Dang, I actually really that's actually one of the mook chatter I like a good bit. I like all the mook chatter in this game. They got some really fun mook chatter. I always like mook chatter. Like when the mooks just talk when they're not being punched in the face by you. I like how they never notice that. Half the time I feel like probably some of them do notice and they're just like, if I don't say anything, he won't kick me in the face.
You're in timeout.
I mean, granted, I'm still going to end up tying them to a wall, but... Okay, are you vulnerable or not? But, yeah, that's the thing Marvel needs to kind of get their head around. It's that just because it's a character, it's got the name of a certain character on it, it's not gonna sell. Like, Captain America is of course really popular, but Secret Empire flopped. Secret Empire did not do the worst out of everything Marvel's ever done, but it's the worst selling main event comic in the last 10 years. You know, I'm going to take advantage of the situation of the position I'm currently in, because people will be coming through that particular door right there. So let's do this. That will ensure 4 guys. Also, let me see. I want a different suit power for this because they want a selection. I don't really care all that much. But I do know one suit power that will be useful regardless and electrifies things, so. Hey look, a distraction!
What was that? Web!
Surprise!
Okay, where's the last dudes? Like, those dudes are... Oh, no, actually, that one dude.
Huh?
Spider-Man! We gotta freak him out!
Hey guys, mind if I help? I'm not great with cars, but I'm totally willing to learn.
Get them, Spider Bro! And Spider Bro makes that really easy.
What's the boss pay you idiots for? Get more guys in here!
Suits and ties in an auto body shop. We really need to have a conversation about proper workplace attire.
You better run!
Okay, now that was just a game kind of screwing me over a little bit.
Boss wants you, got too many men down!
Oh, hello, big guy.
You better run! Got me!
Hello. To the face.
They keep jumping around!
Yeah, I really would. I mean, it does look like we're going to be seeing one of his more interesting suits in Homecoming, so there's hope for that. But yeah, this suit is really cool. I really would love to see this suit.
Is now a good time?
Oh, as good a time as any.
I decrypted the file you found in that last Hammerhead file.
Don't tell me. Hammerhead's baby photos? Did he always have the weird skull, or is that more of a recent thing?
No, it looks like Hammerhead's been collecting information on the cops.
I think that guy almost got taken out by his own guy.
Why would Hammerhead care
Yeah,
about
Far
her
From
in particular?
Home.
There's digital clippings here. Watanabe got her first big win by taking down a ring of Magia traffickers. She joined the force with a very specific goal in mind.
So she's always had it in for the Magia.
And you have your own minigun to the face.
I'm not sure. But I can tell there's a story here. I'll let you go. Back to work for us both.
Spider Bro needs your help. I love Spider Bro. He's cool. I mean, it's a robot, but it's cool.
I think I've had about enough. I'd like to speak to your manager.
Let me get my hands on! I can handle this! I'll kill you.
You have to enjoy your own minigun right to the face. That's one of my favorite finishers, actually, is that minigun finish. What happened there? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but that feels like I just got screwed over by something.
You know anything about this project?
Really?
We don't talk about that stuff on companies just occult stuff.
That is the one annoying thing with these, is that it starts you all the way back at the beginning of the level for one mess up, which I really don't think is fair.
It's like a whole new business. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I remember this one being particularly irritating.
Silverman, yeah. He processed and cleaned cars that ran hits through here.
Clean?
Like scrubbing for prints. Sometimes scoop out the brains and blood, get them road ready again.
Why not just take them upstate and burn them?
Hey, that's not environmentally friendly. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
It's just the mob, you know?
Just because we're outside the law, don't mean we hate Mama Earth, bro.
So that guy was a hippie mob boss. I mean, a mob agent. Here, move yourself slightly over that way. Okay, I'm just gonna be doing this. I'm probably actually gonna be doing stuff like this for a while, so. Oh yeah, now I actually remember how I beat this place the last time. It involved lots of spider drones. And will likely this time involve lots of spider drones. You know what?
One needs a nap. You're done.
Somehow I did not get caught there.
You're just not very observant.
Spider-Man! We gotta take him out!
Hey guys, mind if I help?
Yeah, here, this is Spider Bro. He is quite amusing. Especially when he's shooting you in the face. I mean, not me in the face. You guys. You guys totally deserve this. I mean, what's my throw? Okay, also I need to keep in mind that I have gadgets, which would make it a whole lot easier.
In an auto body shop. We really need to have a conversation about proper workplace attire.
And you get out of my way because you guys are exceptionally annoying. Okay, you get out of my way, and you all get out of my way. impact web.
Anybody else break? Get out here now! I've been wondering, what kind of benefits
Okay,
does
time
Hammerhead
to
give you
pull
guys?
out the
Paid
spider
lunches?
drone.
Team bonding retreats?
And minigun to the face.
Is now a good time?
Oh, as good a time as any.
I decrypted the file you found in that last Hammerhead front.
Don't tell me. Hammerhead's baby photos? Did he always have the weird skull, or is that more of a recent thing?
No, it looks like Hammerhead's been collecting information on the cops. On Captain Watanabe.
Yuri? Why would Hammerhead care about her in particular?
There's digital clippings here. Watanabe got her first big win by taking down a ring of Mafia traffickers. She joined the force with a very specific goal in mind.
So she's always had it in for the Mafia. I wonder why.
I'm not sure. But I can tell there's a story here.
I need to heal because I can very heal. Okay, what have I got? Okay, sorry if I go quiet here. This is just taking a lot of my focus to pull it off. Did not mean to do that. Okay, let me see.
I think I've had about enough. I'd like to speak to your manager.
Die, hero.
Okay, now there's gotta be a minigun brute area.
Handle this clown.
Here, you can have this back. I'll just borrow you for a second. Yeah, this is one of those ones I remember being a lot of trouble, so if I go quiet for a couple seconds, you know why. Hello, you just missed me using, defeating, handling these guys with a very... Okay. Mostly with a, strategic use of drones. And also miniguns to people's faces. Oh wait, there's still a guy left? I thought that was that guy. Where is he? Is he up here? Hello? Oh, there you are.
Boss sends his regards.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have some fun with you. Come on. Yeah, you're no fun.
We're gonna pound your face in.
So you get that. Hello, Holy Cross. Glad you're here.
That's the last of them. Now to see what's in the main office.
Yeah, that was one. Okay, how did I not get that one? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Like, it honestly does not. Getting those at all really does not matter anymore.
Performance review. MJ, I found Hammerhead's plans to use this as a midway point for transporting Sable caches. I'm sending another encrypted file your way too.
Great work, Pete. I'm going heads down on this article again. Talk soon.
But yeah, like that, like with the warehouse, with well, basically anything in this, the only thing you really have to worry about is getting. Well, actually, I don't even have to worry about that because I already platinumed the DLC. So kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't really have to worry about getting a good score on anything. Okay, there's Hammerhead crimes in this area, so I'm gonna head over to those next screwball challenge. Basically, I want to finish all of this before I go on to fight Hammerhead, because like, so I'm the I got to that's where my tongue stops working, to quote Imgo. Basically, I want to finish up all the side missions before I get to the Hammerhead, to the final fight with Hammerhead. Well, final fight in this DLC pack with Hammerhead. I mean, they didn't even try to hide that Hammerhead would be in the third pack. Ah, there's a crime. Crime!
Friends, our streets are safer than ever.
Where am I?
Thanks to the tireless efforts of the swinging spectacle, Spider. Oh, just kidding! Our streets are actually in more literal danger than they've ever been because it seems like someone made Hammerhead's idiot men resort to digging up roads in the middle of rush hour.
That would be cool.
It's clear that the only way crime boss Hammerhead thinks he can get people to listen to his pleas for a return to decency is by actually razing this city to the ground. And while I frankly find the sentiment admirable, just like my doctor thinks it's admirable that I've cut back on alcohol consumption, I think we can all agree that we'd much rather get home on time and alive than late and dead. Meanwhile, Spider-Man, it seems, is actively assisting the Magia during all this. Spider-Man or Spider-Mob? You decide.
And he somehow does not notice his buddy just mysteriously vanished.
What? Could have sworn I saw someone. Spider-Man! You can't save that thing!
This guy's setting a great example for you all, and this is how you repay him?
Hey!
Oh, sorry, did I startle you?
Huh, somehow he did not notice that guy literally getting knocked unconscious at his feet. You would think that'd be hard to miss, but somehow he managed it.
Hey, you ain't fooling nobody. I'm out of your day.
Let's play the quiet
Damn
game.
well.
Huh, someone's not, he's still there. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, where's the last dude? Oh, you're right here. Okay, problem solved. And he's stuck to a wall.
You really saved our asses today, Spider-Man. Now get out of here.
Good thing I got here in time. Hopefully that informant can help out the police.
Yeah, JJ runs his mouth. I think I can actually tell what the distant reward is. Oh, it's the, Spider Clan suit. Yeah, I kind of wish it was the other way around, but, yeah. I mean, I did at least want to complete these, and then I can do the district, like the last of the crimes during the last thing. But, yeah, one thing I do like about, this game is just that all these things feel like they fit the game. Like, they fit Spider-Man in particular, because there are things
All units advised. We have reports of ongoing property damage. Magia suspected. Report came in through Gracie Mansion. Over.
Oh, Godzilla Combo Blu-ray. What things is it? Is it the DVD, like the Godzilla 2014 movie DVD Blu-ray combo pack? Is that what it is? By the way, looking really forward to Godzilla King of the Monsters. I am looking so forward to that right now.
A trash fire? Just for me? Aw, you shouldn't have.
I can handle this clown.
No, you really can't. None of you can. Like, you guys are idiots. Here, say hi to Spider Bro. He is extremely overpowered.
Don't Hammerhead's goons know that everyone in this city is just trying to make a living?
Well, that was simple. Godzilla King of the Monsters looks like they would have to be trying to screw that movie up. Like, at this point, for that movie to be bad, they would have to be intentionally trying to wreck it. Oh, Godzilla I've got that one, actually. Like, I've got that exact same, I've got that combo pack, only on DVD. Good movies. Like, I really wish they'd do more with Batra.
You know, I was just thinking about how much I miss being shot at by two different groups of guys who only want to kill me more than they want to kill each other.
Hello, and you enjoy the ride, and now I'm going to car. And now I'm going to stop your buddy's car. Well, no, your enemy's car,
Hammerhead's guys are down. Gotta get after the Magia.
You know, I just saved your lives.
Hey,
you
fellas,
could thank me.
how about you pull this
No,
over
of course
and
you won't,
we'll
because
talk
you're
about
evil.
how Hammerhead is the worst.
We lost one!
Carjacker delivery.
An interesting thing is actually the director, Michael Dougherty, actually said that he really, if he got the chance, he would like to put Gigan and Biollante in the Monsterverse.
Great chase, fellas. Let's never do this again sometime.
Is that all the ones in this? No, that's a different section of the city. Whoops. Also, I like how everyone like this game does something that the comics don't, and basically associates Hammerhead with a hammerhead shark, which is interesting. But then they don't go anywhere with it. But I find that really amusing. That they're like, essentially, like they compare him to a hammerhead shark, and they're like, you know, it's more surprising that he doesn't dress like a hammerhead shark. Oh, thank you. I needed to stun this guy so I could beat him up. And so is this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Bagan is one of those characters I really wish would get his own movie. Bagan's one of those characters that a lot of people really want to see get a movie, but at the same time, I'm not sure how people would react if he finally did, because of how much hype is around him him being anything. But Bagan's one of those characters that had a real the designs we've seen have really a really cool design. So he'd at least look really cool. And there's games that I really like. There's a bunch of stuff that I really do like, where it's I like the bridge. The bridge is one of those cool things. I actually written some spin-off for the bridge.
Oh yeah, keep that good contact.
There is? I've never heard of that. I like the bridge in its version of Bagan, where they make him a very interesting character. Speaking of which, I'm gonna give him a bit of a signal boost because he's a friend of mine. Carbatano is going to be doing a live stream of all 3 anime Godzilla movies tomorrow night. So if you've not seen any of the anime Godzilla movies, maybe stop by. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, the bridge is a good... Like, I know there's some Godzilla fans who don't like it for whatever reason. Oh, great one of you guys. I think the most common reason I've heard people not like it is they don't like the more lighthearted tone, but that's as much Godzilla as the dark tone. And I feel it just blends better with MLP than the dark tone does. Like, there's a million stories that tell the, dark and edgy Godzilla rampaging through Equestria. Like, that's just a common little thing. Like, that's how most of the Godzilla fans crossovers go. So, ooh, that's a new one. I've never actually seen that finisher before. The bridge is not perfect. No story is perfect. But it is a good, to me it's a good MLP crossover because it understands which part of the other side to use. Yeah, he really does. One thing I do remember is that he really liked that across the multiverse I had, the jaunting Cheerily beat up, well, not beat up, defeat Garden Cheerily, and that was one thing I really liked. Or was it when Rainbow Dash curb stomped her Rainbow Factory song?
I think you need to spend a little more time on the web.
But yeah, Tarb does not like the Grim. He can, the thing is, he can do dark. Tarb can very well do dark. Just look at the Halloween episode, the last Halloween episode he did. That was really dark. But I think a lot of the reason people don't like it is because it's, there's a lot of people that don't like that, it's a lighthearted story. Well, if you want a dark MLP Godzilla crossover, there's 500,000 of them. That's the thing. I don't like the dark crossovers. But there are people that do. And if you're one of those people, well, there's millions of options you have.
Going down.
But it's really the only one that goes with the Showa era vibe to it, which I really do like. And it's still got pretty good action. So, but yeah, we're gonna be doing the anime trilogy. He's doing the live stream of the anime trilogy tomorrow night. So maybe stop by if you're interested in that. So be warned, from everything I've seen, Tarb really does not like Planet Eater. So. You'll probably know.
MJ, made it to Hammerhead's Upper East Side warehouse. I'm betting he doesn't ship his online shop orders out of here.
Lots of guys just casually wandering around?
Yeah, place is locked down. But not for long.
I'm ready for anything you find. Keep me in the loop.
Sounds like a plan.
Moving this saber stuff around? B, how you I feel like I'm getting shifted on the brakes. They're only giving me 15 minutes. I hear ya. Working us to the bone. Here's some of this stuff can power you up. I'm thinking of doing that myself. Are you serious? If the boss finds out you touched whatever's in there, you're dead. I'll take my chances. Besides, with that stuff powering me up, nothing can stop me. Right. I'll be watching from the side.
And another unconscious guy. Yeah, that is really sad. I like Minya. And I find it ironic that in the crossover in the bridge, Tarb actually had it that Godzilla Jr. and Minya are alternate versions of each other.
I'm sure you'll be back any minute.
Can you believe we have more of this stable stuff coming? Don't even know where to put it.
It's a good problem to have. Besides, I hear the boss is looking to buy out more places to hold it on.
Worried.
The boss always thinks ahead. It's that metal skull he's got.
Seriously, though, you noticed anything different about him lately? He's more, angry than usual.
Nah, he's always been pretty aggressive.
I don't know, man. It's like he's juiced or something. Seems unnatural.
I gotta start paying more attention, I guess.
Yeah, I like Moot Chatter, but yeah, I like Minya. Like, yeah, Minya was not a perfect character, but... And I get it, you know, it's the design more than anything else, probably, that most people don't like. But, for one, he at least took part in the final battle with King Ghidorah. Like, that's at least something he did. In fact, I think he killed one of Ghidorah's heads. Or at least strangled them. So he actually did contribute to the final fight with King Ghidorah and destroy all monsters. So there's that.
I know, I should have called.
We'll sort through this stuff later. Kill the spider first!
And here I thought you guys were
Dynamic
just using this warehouse to distribute
entry!
Hammerhead's handmade crafts.
You're going down.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. I jump around. I can do everything a spider can. Which in this case probably enjoys being involved. It's probably being a jumping spider. Like, actually, that's a good question. Do they ever actually specify what kind of spider bites Peter Parker? Like, is it just a random amalgam of spider DNA, or is it like one of those things where we don't know because Peter will never know?
From an international agency. Guess we'll find out.
Ow. Okay, you're going to get kicked in the face. How are you that accurate? But yeah, Minya's like, to me, Minya's an interesting character, but it's part of it is I don't think we ever really saw what could have been with him. Where with Godzilla Jr. in the Heisei era, we got to see at least him fight Destroya. Like, at least we got to see Godzilla. Like, we got to see Godzilla Jr. to actually fight. Hello.
I have more decrypted file leads.
Hit me.
Yeah, you can.
Not you guys.
Okay. Hammerhead's weirdly obsessed with Watanabe. Ugh, I hate when guys get internet stalky. Lots of transfer records here. Jumping precinct to precinct.
So the Magia weren't just the start of her career. She's made them her entire career.
Got it. She's been responsible for shutting down every shady Magia joint in town for a decade. It's pretty amazing to see, actually.
That's Yuri, all right.
She's like a bulldog. I think I'd like her.
You would. Thanks for the heads up, MJ.
No problem.
Ow.
Gonna keep looking into this. Talk to you later.
Maybe you guys should leave this stuff for people who actually enjoy doing science.
Like, the problem is I can redirect it, I'm just not being able to react fast enough. Okay, there, that guy's out of the way. But, yeah, it's one of those things, like, I think a lot of people hate Minya because we never really got to see him do anything. Like, we got to see him fight King Ghidorah, but I think a lot of people got like Godzilla Jr. a lot better because we actually got to see him grow up.
Have you guys ever considered being less obvious in your crime doing?
Okay, he's out of the way. This is so cool. Like, I love the one thing I do adore about this game is just the fighting style is so flashy and just fits Spider-Man so well. Yeah, like, and they better bring Scrappy-Doo back in the 13 Ghosts. Like, right now they've not shown him in any of the trailers, but I'm really hoping that's just misdirection. Because they're bringing back Flim Flam, and he's a, well, quote-unquote, Scrappy, too, so. Like, I could see basically them having him actually grow up. Like, that could be amazing.
That's not good!
I don't know, what should I do with you? Okay, that was actually cooler than what I intended to do, so. But yeah, like, to me the problem with Scrappy characters is most people just write them off as they will never be good. And that's something I don't like anyone doing. Like, I don't like it being like, oh, they'll never be good. Because that implies there's not anyone on the planet that could write them well, which just is not the case.
Hey, MJ. Not only was this place Hammerhead's Sable distribution front, it was also storing a ton of Sable's servers. I cleared it out, and I'm sending you another file to decrypt.
Amazing, Pete. Thank you. The story's really coming together.
Glad to hear it.
But, like, for example, like, there are characters that have been hated before, but then they're given a fresh coat of paint and people like them. And you can do that with any character. Like, there's, so long as you keep the essence of what makes them them. But it's one of those things, like, I feel like a lot of people just don't like the idea, don't want to give a character a second chance. And to me, that's just never really fair. Okay, still got a lot of Hammerhead crimes I need to do, but first I'm going to do this. I think that was I think it was always the case that he was his son by adoption. And I could see that, or I could just see him be a related species. Like, that's one of the ways I think that they were supposed to see him anyway, but I always saw him as Godzilla's adopted son. Like, I didn't see him as his biological son. But I think the way you'd want to rescue Minya is don't treat him as just the kid appeal character. Treat him as similar to what they did with Godzilla Jr. Like, he's more peaceful to humanity, but once he gets to a certain age, he can actually kick butt. Because we did get to see Godzilla Jr. defeat Agrit Destroyer.
I don't like to trash talk other. What's a content creator? That means nothing, Jared. Those are two meaningless words that put together make one meaningless phrase, Jared.
That's actually kind of funny.
What I'm trying to say is that I don't speak ill of other extremely famous and influential New Yorkers like myself. But we need to get one thing straight. Screwball is a menace to this city. Just barely surpassed by Spider-Man himself. Do they hand channels out to just anybody these days? This purple-haired punk is allowed to run rampant online, and if she isn't kept in line, she's going to cause a total societal collapse. I can't tell you what to do, fine listeners, and I would never suggest you do anything borderline illegal. But if Screwball's channel just so happened to be shut down, and she was never able to broadcast again, I think that would be a fine way to protect your city. Finer than anything Spider-Man's ever bothered to do for us.
You know, I actually agree with him. Like, that's one of the times that Jonah, I'm fully on board with him.
Going down.
Depends on which catchphrase. If it's the one with a cuss word in it, don't do it. Because I know he has one that has a cuss word in it. So please, if it is, don't do it. Like, Futurama is the only adult cartoon I ever liked. Like, I don't like and Simpsons.
MJ, made it into one of Hammerhead's operations. It looks like a distillery, but it's gotta be a front. I'd put my money on smuggling. Like illegal weapons or fancy gangster hats.
You mean fedoras? I think that might almost be worse than the weapons.
Hey, I like fedoras.
Fedoras, right.
I actually have a fedora.
Printers are making our lives way I mean, if you're gonna use metaphor, we're technically making our own candy, right?
Yeah, right. You know what I meant.
Either way, you're giving us those 300% raises every day.
And I'm not complaining.
So we're gonna print our own money and make our own whiskey?
It's a freaking sweet game. Yeah, just don't overdo it on the food. Boss doesn't like us getting sloppy on the job.
Yeah. How does Boss get away with this whole thing anyways?
That's above my pay grade, bro. Probably paying city officials to keep their mouths shut.
Nice. But, where does the whiskey go?
You know, bars the boss owns or is friendly with.
Damn, he's got everything.
Yeah, there was a, Futurama game. Okay, hey look, a distraction.
Man, this doesn't even feel like work. I'm basically wrapping up a chunk of my own paycheck. I've been thinking, have you ever wondered what this is gonna do to the economy? Since when do you care? I'm just saying. People all over the world through history have tried this, and it always eventually falls apart, you know? I really don't. The boss knows what he's doing. There ain't gonna be no financial collapse. It's just like, if we don't learn from our mistakes, historically speaking, we're probably gonna screw things up for, like, now. I'd keep that thinking to yourself when the boss is around. I don't think he'd appreciate that kind of talk. Yeah, sure.
Hey look, a distraction. And now you're tied to the floor. Sorry if I go silent, I just like listening to the Mook chatter. Like, I legitimately am interested in some of the things the Mooks say.
What was that?
You being tied to the side of this wall. Are you vulnerable? No, you're not. Okay, where's the next target? Well, they did get the obligatory Stan Lee cameo in. Rest in peace, Stan. You were awesome.
Better check that out. Heads up! We got a spider problem! Watch my back!
People around here work.
But yeah, Deadpool makes a lot of cameos, I guess. Like, it's kind of his thing to be uninvited. This is a really good game. Like, I definitely recommend this game. Okay, are you guys literally the only guys left in the whole thing? Go look at that extremely loud distraction. and I'll be tied to me.
Drinking on the job? I'm gonna have to report you all to Hammerhead HR.
You know, actually, that is a waste of... What of you guys? I hate you.
Get me out of this!
Okay, now you're dead. Yeah, what was the reason for that? Was it just not as good, or what? Because the Deadpool movie did really well. Like, Deadpool's actual movie was really good.
Want some of this?
Thanks, I'll be borrowing that. I'll be borrowing that as well. Okay, what combo do I need to reach? I know I need to reach a combo.
You guys throw parties in here? You should totally throw parties in here!
And kick to the face. Okay, you're going down really quickly. I really don't like those whip guys are the most annoying enemies in this game. I'm gonna keep humiliating you with your own weapons. Go on, keep picking them up. I'm just gonna keep beating you up with them.
How do you do that?
Let's not tank our economy any further now, boys!
Here, I encrypted that third file you sent me.
Cool! I'm also doing important stuff!
Just keep doing what you're doing while I talk at you. It seems like the captain, Yuri, got some baggage.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. There's some old police records here. Did you know she's a third-generation cop?
Huh! Runs in the family!
Kind of. Yuri's father was kicked off the force, convicted and imprisoned for accepting bribes. Mafia bribes.
He was dirty?
Dirty as they come. Looks to me like Yuri's trying to make up for her dad's mistakes and taking the Mafia down in the process.
Heavy! No wonder she's going so hard on this!
Yeah. You're supposed to be writing about the Hammerhead front, but this is pretty compelling stuff. Call me back soon.
Great, one of you guys. Okay, you know what? There, now you're unconscious. How do you feel? How does it feel to be unconscious and electrocuted? I'll be using your... Okay, why do they keep timing that so bad? That's annoying. I mean, I guess that's good gameplay. This is one of those things, like, I am trying to get the stuff I am trying to actually get the at least some of the things.
You guys got any more illegal stuff in the office? Just asking for a friend.
Okay, you need to be a little careful. Oh, one of you. Thank you, Spider Drone. I mean, Spider Bot. I mean, Spider Bro. I do admit this one's overpowered. Like, Spider Bro is very overpowered. Someone's unconscious? Where are they? Oh. Now what do I want to do to you? Oh, I know. Oh, I thought you had more help than me. I really don't give a darn. Like, because that's the thing, I'm not one of those perfectionist guys, and I already perfected all these things on my own.
Should get over to the office before I pass out. No money, no beer, but ledgers that prove they're counterfeiting, and an encrypted file, too. I'm done here. Sending you one last encrypted file and...
You don't have to. I already know what it's gonna say.
You do?
Hammerhead's not the only one who can get his hands on files he shouldn't have.
You know, I admit I would really like a pirate.
Yuri's been disciplined lately. A lot. She's entirely focused on stopping Hammerhead and the Maggia. She stopped following protocol. It doesn't look good for her.
Luckily, she's got people who have her back.
Yeah. Listen, Peter. This makes better copy than the Hammerhead friends. I've got to pitch it.
I know you do. I know.
Okay. I owe you one for these files. And I hope things work out for your friend.
Thanks, MJ. Me too.
Jedi Pirate, that sounds amusing. And I'm totally with you, Holy Cross, on the Godzilla game. I love that game. Like, I get it, you know, eventually I guess, oh, it gets tiring. Well, I mean, it can get, it gets repetitive or something. I think the thing is, most people were thinking, oh, it's going to be like the Pipeworks Godzilla trilogy fighting game.
Hey guys, it's time for another very special.
Like, that's what a lot of people think.
Are you ready? Do you have snacks? You should get snacks. Thanks to that cutie little Trojan I slipped into your suit way back, you can only use 2 of your gadgets. No cheat codes!
Good thing my gadgets are so awesome.
That's it! Give me something to make it hard out of.
Freaking gross! Yeah, come on! Look at him!
Let's mix things up with a photobomb!
Ooh, convenient. Okay, come on.
Oh, I am so
Yeah, it's a really good, like, I think the thing is, for me, that makes it a really good game, is that it's been, like, they were thinking, oh, it's gonna be a fighter game. That's what everyone was acting like it would do. Yeah, Titanosaurus would be interesting. One thing I do admit that I don't particularly like is that it has Biollante as an evil kaiju, which I always find really odd.
Show us what you got, Spidey!
I like this one. This one, I love, like, these gadget challenges are my favorite. Okay. Oh, that looks like it's going to be an interesting bruise.
Some government agent is going to love watching this through my screen. LOL, look at them squirm.
Like... okay. Okay, good. Those poor guys. Like, I legitimately kind of feel sorry for those dudes.
Not gonna lie, feeling pretty good about myself right now.
Ooh, that looks painful.
I just broke a new viewership record.
You look like you look like you are in a lot of pain.
The code I manipulated in Screwball's Trojan. It's collected enough data that I can actually track her location. Got her.
Well, have fun being stuck to that in a very uncomfortable fashion. Like, in all honesty, what do you call them? I love the gadget challenges. Like, the gadget challenges are some of my favorite things in the game, because they actually make you think, oh, wait, I haven't been using those two gadgets together. That actually could be very useful. Like, there are a lot of fun ways you can combine gadgets. But yeah, and Megalon's not in the game. You'd think he would be, because he's actually really popular, even though his movie's not. Titanosaurus is another really popular character that really doesn't get as much focus as I would like. I wish there were more defend kaiju. Like, that's the big thing.
First of all, I'd just like to make it clear that I am perfectly capable of running this show alone and absolutely know how to work this computer by myself. Shut it, Jared, I'm getting to it. But you, loyal listeners, should know that I choose not to. I'll get to it. And that's why I have decided, of my own accord, that's enough, Jared, to bring my assistant, Jared, back to the Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson operation. And to apologize to him on the air. It's what I'm doing now. Right now. And, serious, are you really doing this right now, you little... and to give him a raise. Tune back in soon for more Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson.
Way to go, Jared. Yeah, I heard about City Shrouded in Shadows. I really wish it would get an American release, because it looks really cool. Like...
All units, reports of Maja engaged in an active shootout.
In-person next game. Yeah, that could be cool.
Huh? Anybody streaming? Okay, well, I guess I just gotta grab the right... What the...
I do wish they would import City Shrouded in Shadows. It really
You're
needs
not
to be
here.
over here.
Should have figured.
You're little code manip was cute. But did you really think that I, the queen of memes, would let you catch me that
You know, you kind of got to give Screwball a little credit there.
You know I'm Spidey fan numero uno, but if we collab IRL now, how will we ever make season 3?
We could always not.
Aw, don't be like that. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Enjoy your rap party, SM!
Rap party?
Come on, all of you run at me. Come on. No, let's.
No man can move!
But yeah, Jameson should appear. Like, I would like to see Jameson appear in person in the third game.
You guys even get Screwball speed in prison?
No one's gonna lock me up again!
Then you should have just run instead of devoted yourself to a crazed internet personality.
Get ready!
But yeah, Jameson would be fun to see show up.
No one's gonna lock me up again!
Why don't we all just log off for today?
But it's just one of those things where, like, Jameson didn't appear in this game, and I kind of wish he had. And why is that? Okay. Yes, I was able to do that.
Let me go! Keep making progress!
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hurling things at you.
You felt that one, didn't you?
Yeah, did you feel that one? I hit you in the face with these. I like how he, like, the last one hit him just hard enough that he collapsed right at my feet. Okay, and you get pile drive. Pile drive for you. Oh, those guys are going to have a concussion in a bush now.
I've got to figure out how to track her down. Or the internet won't be the only thing she breaks.
Okay, now that settles that. So let's go deal with Hammerhead. Like when I did this, like I always use the anti-ox suit for big for big fights in my own playthroughs. But yeah, like for these, I like to do different things, and I'm just gonna wear the suit that I like. which is, of course, the spider armor. In all honesty, though, if the Ninja Clan and the Iron Spider comic book version were inverted, I would most likely use the Spider Clan suit more, like the
Majidons.
Yeah, I used a Raimi suit last time.
The bug. Just in time for the broadcast.
Broadcast?
Good evening, New York. Welcome to tonight's entertainment. The changing of the guard.
So yeah, classic mobster mentality, bury people in cement.
What is that? Remember when honor and loyalty weren't just words? When the Mafia were feared and respected? Tonight, the good old days are coming back. Help! Help! Wish I could join the festivities.
Yes, we have a dog. Her name's Mindy. She's a Chihuahua.
Unless I shut off the cement mixer, the Dons are gonna get buried alive. Stop it.
Okay.
For now.
So
Now to keep them off the
I'm
controls.
gonna do this. Now, if you guys want to get to it, you'll have to get through those.
No sign of Yuri. Did I really get here first? No, cement mixer's running again.
Get that concrete flowing!
No, you don't.
Safe again. For the moment.
Can't move my feet!
I hate the whip guys. The whip guys are really irritating.
Can't let him get back on the mixer.
Here.
Get that mixer back on! Hammerhead's an evolved man! He's taking charge of this!
Now, if they could just stay off.
I can't move my arm! We need help!
Someone order a sardine can full of pinstripe polyester.
Hammerhead's stronger than he's ever been! You're dead!
The Dons are dead if I don't shut down the mixer.
Hello, you.
Someone get on the mixer!
Okay, you know what?
Hammerhead's gonna make this city strong as he is! Real soon!
You know, guys, it'd be way easier for me to beat you if you just put down the shield.
Sorry if I went silent there.
Gotta get that guy away from the mixer.
Cement, stop! Someone get on!
Well, there's a guy. The 1-year-old men just got thrown in there, and you guys really don't give a darn, do you?
I call those things dig boys? Oh, I think it's gonna catch on. Everyone thinks shields are so cool, but honestly, no, they are cool. Another dig boy. How many cup holders do you guys have in there?
Hey!
Dig boys?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. You come up with a name for them.
That's actually a funny shit.
Figures.
Hi, Pole. Yeah, I heard about the snowstorms happening here too. Here. Okay, that was a glitch on the game's part.
Oh no, the mixer shorted out. It can't be turned off.
Here, I'm gonna need you guys to hang
Cement
out
level's
for a
still
little.
low. Gotta keep it that way. Gotta try webbing the mixer itself. Please hold, please hold. Got it. Guess I can add cement proof to my webbing's list of features.
That guy was just like, that wasn't skill on my part. That guy was just incredibly unlucky that he just happened to climb up there right as I threw that.
Down here! Everyone hold tight. We're gonna get you out of there.
Tons will be safe with the police. Now for Mr. Tall, Dark, and Flat-Headed.
Nice work, Bug. Kinda spoiled my big night, but we'll roll with it. Risks of live TV. You like? Project Olympus in action. Finished it up while you were playing with the dolls.
So that's what they're wearing in Paris this season. Hate to say it, but brushed gunmetal is not your color.
I'm trying to revitalize the mob over here. That takes long-term leadership. Now, I'm long-term.
Your
Yeah,
parts
but you
warranty
could
may
have,
be
you know,
long-term,
painted
but
it
you,
to match your color
you're
scheme.
nuts.
Nah.
Well, I mean, you might have probably
I'm just
didn't
a
have
guy
to.
who knows a thing or two about PR. The city don't take the Maggia seriously no more. Don't respect us. But after they see me break you in half, all that's gonna change. Time to bring back the glory days.
I think it is a good boss fight.
Can't let him get me with his head.
Okay, actually, I need a different suit power for this one. Should I change suits? Like, I really like the Mark 1 suit, but yeah, I'm gonna keep the Mark 1 suit, but I'm gonna have the spider arms.
Then I can short out his new gear. Let me try to shock his system.
Yeah, okay.
That is one hard head.
He's actually really fast. Like, that's the surprising thing with this boss fight, is he's actually a pretty dang fast guy. Oh, well, I'm gonna need to use USA, the power up. I like all the finishers.
I've punched a lot of heads. Yours has to be the hardest.
Teach you to respect your better.
I think I'm doing an okay job at that.
Ow. Hello, you guys will be my walking health packs in this fight. Thank you for cooperating. Oh, that poor man. Like, that wasn't even that wasn't even what I intended to do. He just happened to jump in front of Hammerhead's death laser.
You're dead, webhead!
Better a webhead than whatever you've got going on there. Punching his head is like punching a wall. he finishes the charge.
Yeah, I like this better. I'll crit. Yep, he has his own contextual attack. Yeah, he actually is, like, this is actually...
It's a little bulky. You ever considered spandex? Electric webs and stunning.
I rule this city now, father, and you ain't welcome.
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself there.
Yeah, he actually is a decently tough boss fight.
So yeah, turning yourself into a crime against nature, maybe not such a good idea after all, huh?
Pal, you weren't listening when I said long term. Old school Mashi's got patience. Knows how to wait till just the right moment to...
Yeah. About that.
What are you... No, Yuri! Don't do this! Captain, stop!
This is bad.
Last time we met, you said something about fear. How do you feel now?
Just dandy.
Also note that part of his, the skin of his head got blown off there. Like, you do have to give him kind of credit for actually showing that, even though there's not, like, blood everywhere, like there logically would be if that actually happened to someone. Yeah, he's basically Frankenstein monstering himself.
I feel bad for the captain, but I'm glad this monster's dead.
Who says he's dead?
Though I do give them some, like, that is a little sloppy, that you could clearly see where part of his head got blown off there. Part of his hair got, skin got blown off in that scene, but it's kind of back there, so... The thing, you don't see it there, like, it would be above where the camera is there, so I guess that's a good point. Yeah, he came back from, like, this is basically exactly what happened in the comics. Like, he got shot in the head a second time with an adamantium bullet, and came back was rebuilt as a cyborg. So he was a cyborg in the comics. Just being the cyborg crime boss is typically more of the Silvermane's thing. Okay, and we got a new suit, the Iron Spider comic book version, which looks really cool. And I'm going to swing around to... I really do like this suit. Like, this is a really good suit. Like, I like the Spider Armor Mark 1 better, but this is just a good suit. So we're going to just swing around this area until the crimes show up. Because I do actually want to get all the crimes and get the Spider-Clan suit, but I'm going to talk about the DLC while I do so. So this part of the DLC, I think is pretty solid. Like, overall, I think it's a pretty solid chunk of DLC. You get a good bit. Like, it kind of... I think Tony Stark was going for a different idea than he did in the comics with this, because in the comics, he's kind of meant to look a little more intimidating.
Well, folks, seems I have a retraction to make. Some of my previous comments about finding Hammerhead's ideas interesting, because he wants to make this beautiful city respectable again, may have been taken out of context. Hammerhead is a violent and poorly dressed murderer who, it turns out, has actually been stealing superpowered weapons in order to rule this city by force in a sort of coup d'etat that I'm certain no one could have seen coming. Especially, apparently, Spider-Man. Now I stand behind everything I said about admiring Hammerhead's motivations. Kids these days need to put down their smartphones, stop their floss dancing, and get jobs like the rest of us did at 8 years old to learn some responsibility. And I think we can all agree that his methods belong in the trash can, and weapons should stay out of discussions about peace. All I have to say is that none of this would have happened. Spider-Man had just stayed off the streets in the first place. I don't know how exactly, but I know it's true. And now I'm going to bed.
Yeah, JJ is fun. Like, I like the JJ stuff, and I like that if you don't like him for whatever reason, you have the opportunity to unsubscribe, which I find really interesting. Not only we can unsubscribe from Screwball.
Reports of Magia engaged in an active shootout. Officers near Devil's Shelf, please report to the scene.
But yeah, there's also something cool here you can do. Let's head over here.
Sable tech being used in shootouts. Thanks, Hammerhead. Tried talking through your feelings yet?
If you, they actually did a secret update to the spider arms, so that if you're wearing this version of the suit with them, they actually change appearance to match the comics, which I find really cool. Like, that's one of those touches that they really didn't have to do, but they did. Like, there was no, they did not have to give this Iron Spider suit that, but they did, and it's really appreciated. And I'm more Magia to deal with. My car exploded.
You don't mess with the Magia!
No, you're no match for me. No, I nailed you. You just mildly inconvenienced me.
Will Hammerhead's troops ever stop being loyal to him?
Let's see. This doesn't actually tell me how long I've been playing the DLC. Unfortunately, it doesn't, but... But basically, I think this is a really good piece of DLC. And if I'm yawning a bit, I'm sorry, I've actually not had a day off from work in, like, over 10 days. So I'm actually, and I think I'm going to do have a day off tomorrow. But it's one of those things where I'm, like, I'm kind of tired right now. But in terms of the Turf War DLC, I think it's a really good DLC. I think it, there's the shining, there's silver lining.
I find myself feeling sympathy for the Magia. Here I am. Have you guys even tried talking through your feelings yet?
But this is overall a really nice DLC. Hammerhead's a good villain. Like, he doesn't appear all that much, but he has a lot of character. He's very different than the main villains. I mean, the main villains in the main game, because Doc Ock and Mr. Negative are both just are tragic villains. They're not evil for the sake of evil. They have their reasons for being bad guys. They're not just selfish murderers, even though they do selfish, horrible things.
You're gonna get messed up!
And Hurricanrana.
Guess it was wishful thinking that those Hammerhead thugs would disappear with their boss.
But yeah, they're silver lining next. I really like Hammerhead as a villain, and especially because, again, he contrasts with Mr. Negative and Doc Ock. Because both of them are tragic. You can, in some way, feel bad for them. Yeah, I can agree with that, too. Like, you can feel bad for Doc Ock and Mr. Negative, even if what they do is just absolutely horrible. But Hammerhead is just a monster. Like, he is a mobster. He was in it for power. He wants power. He wants, you know, to be... he wants the good old days back, and the good old days are when mobsters pretty much ran New York.
Police escort for a VIP Maggia witness. Please proceed to Halifax. Over.
Police escorting a key Hammerhead witness. I should make sure they're safe.
So why are we moving him before the trial? Word is the location's been compromised.
I think it was just that guy's job.
We should really get going. Inside, come on. Okay, time to roll to the new safe house. Bro, wait till Mom sees this.
But, yeah, I think Hammerhead's a really good villain. His actor does a good job of portraying him, because he comes off as very slimy and smug. You want to punch him in the face. Like, when Spidey punches him in the face, you will definitely cheer.
Safe house location confirmed, ready to receive. Copy that.
Because you want to see Hammerhead get what's coming to him. He is a monster. And they're good at making him a character you love to hate. So, and there's a lot of, like, again, yeah, we've been basically at 4, like, it looks like we're going to be about 4 hours finishing this part of the DLC, at least when I do it. Like, if you just play through the story mode, you're going to miss a lot. Like, you're not going to clock in at a lot of time, but if you do all the side missions and stuff, this gives you about 4 extra hours of playtime, and if you buy the, if you bought the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack...
Dispatch, we've got a 417. Send backup. Keep the witness safe.
I know you were planning on taking that witness back to Hammerhead today, but the thing is, nah.
Like, it's one of those things where I think that people are there's DLC that I consider exceptional is DLC that gives you way more than what the price actually warrants. Like, there is DLC that gives a lot more than this game does.
More Hammerhead guys off the streets. I think I've earned my victory pizza.
But there's also, that gives you a lot less. Like, a lot of games would charge you the same that this game does for the for just the suits. Not the content, just the suits. Like, I could sincerely see some a company trying to make you pay $20 just for the suits in this game.
Violent property destruction. Officers needed in Portside. Over.
Now, granted, they're really good suits, but everything comes with content, and so far the only suits given in DLC that weren't part of a bigger pack is the rain suit, and it was free.
That's what I'm calling my webs today. Justice.
Hello, you go flying now. Yeah, you're losing too many guys because you're idiots and you walk into my fist.
Hammerhead really never runs out of willing goons, huh?
I'll be with you guys in a second. Thank you for being another volunteer. Why are you hitting yourself?
I think Hammerhead's guys are getting worse at this.
I love doing that. Like, that's one of the funnest things to do, is do that,
Those guys are the worst.
is get up your full, like, finisher bar and then just decimate an entire group of thugs all at once. But, yeah, a lot of people I think people are kind of judging this DLC based more on exceptional DLC packs than what we should really be expecting from a DLC pack. Because this has quality to it. Like, yeah, it's kind of short, but it's more quality versus quantity. Like, would you rather have, say, 6 hours of gameplay that really wasn't all that well designed? Like, that really was just thrown together for a quick cash grab? Or would you rather have 4 hours of gameplay that clearly had the same amount of attention put into it as the base game? Which is what I see this as. I see this as, yes, it's kind of, it's a little bit short, comparably, because it's 4 hours, but about 4 hours at least when I did it. But the 4 hours basically have the same quality put into the base game. So...
Well, you tried it. You're the reason I went to the cops. Thanks, Spidey.
If I ever see James...
You gonna be okay? Yeah, I'm just a little shaken up. But thanks.
Sweet. They deserved it.
You know, that's actually kind of cool, that basically, that guy says... Oh, yeah.
Don't
There's
worry.
that.
Police will pick you up in a bit.
Like, Duke Nukem Forever, I hear a lot of bad things about. I've never been a fan of the Duke Nukem series. Like, that's just not my thing. But overall, this, and I'm trying to
Please respond to a vehicle collision in the district. Report came in from near Ansonia. Over.
Of course Spider-Man's got it. The one time I'm on the hit.
Hey, fellas, miss me?
You picked a bad day to mess with us. Ah, this stuff's nasty.
But, yeah, it's just one of those things where DLC has been, there's really good DLC, there's really bad DLC. And this is really good DLC, and I think another thing that makes me really like it is, think of... Yeah, there is that also. Like, it didn't live up to the hype and all that. Another game, like, there's another game I think is unfairly hated is No Man's Sky. Like, yes, they lied, and yes, the game didn't live up to what they said it would be, but I like No Man's Sky, like, as a game, I do, and I like all the upgrades they did. Like, that's an overhated game. But in terms of, like, DLC for games, I think that this game at least gives me an expansion pack. Like, that's basically what it is. It's an expansion pack. It's basically what they used to do all the time.
Uh-oh. The kids are fighting again. I better put an end to this.
Hello! Mind if I cut in? But, like, this game lives up to basically everything.
Gee, thanks, Spider-Man.
Hammerhead really never runs out of willing goons, huh?
I honestly think it's the developer, because he lied on the air about and said they had stuff in the game that just didn't exist. Here, if you like this car so much, oh crap. Yeah. Ooh, that looked like it's gonna leave an interesting bruise. Let's never do this again sometime. Yeah, it kind of is. Like, Sony has never really been one of those companies that makes the best decisions. Like, let's face facts, the entire reason Spider-Man 3 is I won't say bad, I actually like Spider-Man 3, but as underwhelming as it ended up being is because they basically said, well, like, Sam Raimi, we like what you're doing, but we would really like it if you added Venom to it. But and Sam Raimi, I don't want to, and then Sam Raimi basically said, well, I don't want to add Venom to it. Well, we don't care, we want Venom in it. But I don't really care about Venom. I don't want to do Venom. I wouldn't be able to do Venom justice. So, like, we're sorry. We don't give a darn.
Thugs fighting Mafia thugs. Whoever wins is still a loser. You guys even tried talking through your feelings yet?
This isn't your problem, Spider-Man! In the air! Take him out!
Okay, let's see. And move bowling! But yeah, like Sony's decision making can be very money oriented. I think one of the reasons Spider-Verse came out like Into the Spider-Verse came out so well is that the creators seem to have been given a lot of free reign and really wanted to make a good Spider-Man movie that basically encapsulates everything Spider-Man is about. By the way, did anyone see that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? That Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won a Golden Globe. And oh, good idea! Putting you into the ground. Okay, I'll put you into the ground. How does it feel?
Will Hammerhead's troops ever stop being loyal to him?
Okay, let's see, that's just one more crime in this district. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse won Golden Globe. It kind of deserved that. Yeah, I think I heard that about the original Quake. I've never actually played Quake. Like, there's a lot of really famous game series I have played, but there's a lot that I haven't. And some that I just have no interest in playing, like, ever.
Report came from the vicinity of Riverside.
Oh, come on. Arguing in public like this really isn't classy, folks.
But, yeah, I have not played... I've played Unreal Tournament. That I have played. Pile driver.
You better run! Nobody gets in our way!
But, yeah, it's one of those things, like, I'm sorry for going silent there. Okay, you know what? You get the spider arms.
It was wishful thinking that those Hammerhead thugs would
Okay, that's all those ones in this one. Is that all? No, I've actually got a lot more of these than I thought I did.
With their boss.
But I've never played Quake. I played Unreal Tournament. Yeah, that I think I've heard about. I played Unreal Tournament. Enjoyed that game. I've played Team Fortress 2. Not necessarily good. I wouldn't say I'm good at Team Fortress 2. I'm decent at it. I'm a good medic. Like, I tend to be a good medic in Team Fortress 2. But problem is that, like, a lot of people don't like being medic, so I end up being medic all the time, which can be annoying even if you are appreciated when you're the medic. Okay, so... Crime...
Your mom's still at the same address? Don't worry. Stop fighting me for those pigs.
Come on, sharing is caring, guys. You should think about talking to the police, too.
Something's over there.
Take a break, you earned it.
And enjoy your... Have a nice fall.
Very sleepy.
Is there another guy up here? I thought there... yeah, he's over here.
Hey.
Somehow he did not hear me just land right behind him. No, do you have a be unconscious wish? Because I can grant that very easily. Ooh, that had to hurt.
Man,
you're welcome, officers. I'm sorry your car is on fire.
Every once in a while.
Get that informant stable and get him out of here.
Well, it's a multiplayer game, so, like, that's the thing. It's a, like, I play it on PC, where you can just go online without any problem. Assuming you have a good enough computer, which, funny story, my old computer actually completely sucked, which was why my videos went dead for so long, so my computer literally got to the point where it could no longer play them.
Available units report. Backup needed from Maggio witness transport. Report came in from Douglas.
Police convoy. Better make sure they get to their destination safely.
Gotta get this guy on the road.
This is a really cool suit. Like, I really do like this suit.
Is that important of a witness? He's that important. All right, boys. Let's get this show on the road.
I like Team Fortress 2. Like, I like the characters. They're very colorful. Like, that's one thing that Team Fortress 2 definitely does have, is that they're very colorful. Like, every character, like, that's the thing. Even though there's no, like, story mode to Team Fortress 2, and the irony is, most people don't even really think about Team Fortress 1. Like, I barely ever hear anyone say a thing about Team Fortress 1.
Witness tampering is against the law. You boys wouldn't want to commit a crime now, would you?
Ooh, you're going to be in a lot of pain. Ooh, you are going to be in a lot of pain when I'm done with you. But don't worry, you'll live. Yeah. And the thing is, from what I've heard, Team Fortress 1 isn't necessarily bad, it's just not memorable. Okay, that's all the crimes in here. Now I think this is the only section of the city left. Yeah.
Head guys off the streets. I think I've earned my victory pizza.
But yeah, there's a lot of games where people forget that one exists. Like, if you really think about it. Like, people forget that they're, like, or there's ones where the sequel is so good, a lot of people... Ah, okay. So it was more that it didn't attract enough attention. And then the sequel was basically... Like, there's a lot of games where the sequel is so much better that the original no longer has a point except to understand the story. Like, I know a lot of people feel that way about Half-Life. Unfortunately, it looks like Half-Life 3 will never be a thing, unfortunately. Because I really like Half-Life 2.
How about you let these nice folks go?
And you get kicked in the face. Okay, so they're trying to execute people. And now I have arms growing out. I have robotic arms sprouting from my spine. I hope that intimidates you. You know, I would probably be intimidated if I was fighting Spider-Man. Well, I'd be intimidated by Spider-Man to begin with, because he's Spider-Man.
You guys really need to stop trying to kill everybody.
Huh, then I wonder why it basically got...
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little shaken up. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, so what actually happened that it didn't get a lot of attention then? So what happened that Quake 1 didn't get a lot of attention? I'm actually genuinely curious.
All units advised, witnesses report an active vehicle shootout. Officers near Vanderbilt, be advised.
The rat. When a regular maximum security prison just isn't enough.
You know, I do wish that they added more landmark tokens. But how did I even miss that one?
What do you Hammerhead idiots want? We were hoping to make a deal. It's Spider-Man. Take him out.
Hello, you have the right to remain unconscious. So what happened with Quake 1 that made it get overshadowed? Or was it just that one of those games where the original was good, but the sequel kind of overshadowed it?
How about you guys pull over and then I can just deal with the Hammerhead thugs? It's raining men!
Like, I'm genuinely curious about this. What was the story with this? Ah, okay, so basically, Quake 1 was really good, but then Quake 2 and every game to come after it was better.
More Hammerhead thugs, more gold necklaces.
Okay, here, hello. This is a nice car. I'm going to dismantle it by using it as a weapon against your own face. Yeah, that's kind of, like I said, that's something I hear a lot of people say about Half-Life, is Half-Life 1 was a really good game, but then Half-Life 2 was just so much better to a lot of people that it blows it out of the water.
And the bodega cats of New York are safe in their windows once again.
Bodega cats, that's funny. Okay, that is funny. Okay, I think that just leaves, what, one more? Yeah, and then we can get the ninja. What was...
I don't love violence, but dang, that was cool.
Okay, that's honestly the first time I've ever seen me do that.
That was incredible. Over here. Thank you so much.
Lift something heavy. All units, reports of Magia inciting violence.
Yeah, they really did. Like, I love Half-Life 2. There's a, like, I normally don't like zombie stuff, but I love the, I cannot Ravenholm, I believe is what it's called.
I said, what?
Dynamic entry!
Someone call for a ride? Straight to the raft? I got 4.9 stars.
Ow. Here, enjoy this electric... Okay, I was going to knock you into that electricity, but that's
You're going down.
okay. Did my arms just, like, projectile launch that dude? Like, it looked like when my arms popped out, they just sent that guy flying across the entire area. But yeah, like I'd be intimidated fighting Spider-Man normally, but if like arms started sprouting out of his spine, like that'd be where I'd be like, nope, 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 nope. Okay, and that gets us the last suit. Oop, no, not that one. This one. Which is one of the funnier suits. Well, actually, now that I've unlocked them, which is what I was waiting for, I'm going to go into my thoughts on the suits in this DLC pack. Let me find a nice bright portion of the New York. Okay. Do I have to mention this? Oh, you do? Yeah, there is a lot of things that haven't necessarily aged well in the original Half-Life. But, the Spider Armor Mark 1, I love this suit. This is one of my favorite suits in the game. Like, in all honesty, I would have bought this suit on its own had it come out, but the fact that I got it in this DLC pack, I just love. This is, like, one of my favorite suits. It was on my most wanted list for this game, so I'm so happy it's in there. Oh, hey, dude. But yeah, I'm so happy this suit is in the game. Like, I love this suit. It is done so well, I just adore it. Now, the Iron Spider Armor Comics version, another really good suit. This is an awesome suit. It looks really cool. Like, it depends on your aesthetics. It does look really cool. It does look a lot cooler in some ways than the normal version, the movie version. And I like that, you know, they have the light-up arc reactor in the chest and on the repulsors on the hand. Like, that's a really cool touch. It just looks so cool. And the fact that the Iron Spider arms turn gold when you use it is just a very nice cherry on top of all that. So this suit, like, I think out of the 3 DLC packs, this has the best suits. But lastly, we have the Spider Clan suit, which is a really cool suit. Like, it looks cool to begin with. Like the sort of ninja-esque design. Oh,
I can't play as you.
But the fact that it's animated, like, it's like the vintage suit, but in a way better because it's a more drastic difference in style from the rest of the game, and it just looks really cool, though. It seems like the shading on it doesn't quite... Well, I guess that might be the point. His shading doesn't really want to work on it, I guess. But I like how it looks. I like that the proportions are different. I like it completely changes your character model. So overall, Spider-Clan suit, really cool. And the DLC suits, I love them. They're all really cool. And this is just a really good bit of DLC. I highly recommend it. But anyway, that's basically my thoughts on the suits and me getting everything in the DLC. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next week we will be starting the Silver Lining DLC. And Saturday I will be continuing my Spyro Reignited playthrough and maybe actually beat the first section of that game. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're watching on archives, consider showing up in person to the live streams next time. Have a nice day. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye. I still don't have a catchphrase.